McKay. Hey, what's up, guys? English Dave here with my co-host Los. What's up, Los?
What's going on?
Here for another Rooftop talk. It's chilly and rainy today.
We're in
New York City. We're here to talk about twin movies. Sometimes every once in a while, a movie comes out and has a specific idea or has a specific focus, and then there's another movie that has the same idea or similar idea and similar focus. So we decided to talk about those. This year we had a couple. We had one this year so far.
Which one was that one?
Well, not a movie. I think it's a TV movie. You have First Man.
Right.
And then the other
one.
and
then the TV series.
Yeah, the TV series about the man going to the moon. First Man moon. What's his name? The actor that did Milk.
Sean Penn.
Sean Penn, yeah.
Word.
And so we decided to talk about the many times in Hollywood history where this has happened. Sometimes it's big. Both of the movies are huge. And sometimes one is a lot bigger than the other, where you still hear about the other, but then sometimes it's a second movie that you didn't hear about at all. So we'll have a mixture of all of that. Some of these movies we would have seen. I think most of them we've seen, but there may be some that we haven't seen, so follow along. Some of them you've seen. Let us know at the end of this which ones you liked, which ones you didn't like, if you enjoyed them or not. info@thenerdybunch.com. Carlos, start us off. First two movies on your list that came out, and what year did they come out?
Skyline and Battle of Los Angeles. They both came out, I believe it was 2012.
I watched those both in theaters. I think at the time.
Really?
Yeah, I saw them in screenings.
I was about to say.
I actually enjoyed Battle of Los Angeles.
Nah, yeah, I really like Battle of 2011 was the year.
That's a sleeper movie.
But yeah, I really enjoyed it as well.
Aaron Eckhart and what's her name?
Michelle Rodriguez. Bridget Monahan.
Oh yeah, I forgot she was in that.
Michael Pena, Neo.
Oh wow, oh yeah, I forgot Neo was in that. Oh my goodness, who directed that one?
That was Jonathan Liebsman. He directed the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake.
Didn't he do?
That's what I know.
Didn't he do Underworld?
No, he didn't. That was Len Wiseman.
Oh, Jonathan Liebsman, Len Wiseman. Okay.
Yeah, Len Wiseman did Live Free or Die Hard.
Oh yeah. No, Battle of Los Angeles. I thought it was actually a good movie. I actually wanted to see more in that franchise.
I really enjoyed that film.
Now Skyline, which going into it, I thought Skyline would be the better movie just because I'm a sci-fi guy. And it's like sci-fi alien invasion, and they pushed this whole thing.
Yeah, the trailer was kind of cool. It was convincing enough.
And they pushed this whole thing of like this team was a VFX team, and remember that whole thing?
Yeah.
Like they created this VFX team created their own film studio.
Yeah, created their own film studio
and all that kind of stuff. I know the movie was. Didn't he have the guy from Scrubs in it? Faison.
Yeah, Donald Faison was in it. Yep.
Oh, that movie was so bad.
But did they?
The thing is, it's one of those movies that spawned like multiple films, and then they recently had one with what's his name?
Yeah, they did a reboot of it.
No, it was a reboot.
It was called Beyond Skyline, right?
No, it was part of the same world.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a reboot, but it was with Frank Grillo and the guy from The Raid.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I never saw that, but apparently it was fun.
Yeah, it has a 67% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Interesting.
Apparently it was fun.
Maybe it's cool to check out.
What other movies do you have?
My second one is The Losers and the A-Team.
Both
2010.
A-Team is based on an old 80s TV show, which famously had B.A. Baracus, Mr. T in it. And The Losers is based on a comic book as well that not many people might have known about. Both very good movies, I find. I think they're very underrated.
I really love the A-Team.
A-Team was great. Great cast.
That is literally, I don't know, man. I don't think people have seen that. Or it's not getting seen enough.
Liam Neeson.
Bradley Cooper, Liam Neeson. Charlton Copley.
What's the other guy? Rampage.
No, that's not Kimbo Slice. It's Rampage, the UFC fighter. Yep. Yo, that film is it's just a fun action movie. Fun dynamic.
Fun team. Yeah, the dynamic is fun.
It's funny. The actors are great. The action scenes are crazy.
I think that's a good example of, those two are good examples of movies that are similar, that are actually very good, but nobody really watched. And it's surprising no one spoke about it. I think, when did it come out?
2010.
2010.
Losers was April, the 18 was June.
So I think at that time we were still getting, 2010, so we're coming into the Avengers territory. So the comic book phase is really starting to heat up, but we haven't quite hit Avengers 1 yet. And so I think in terms of Losers, a comic book movie that you don't realize it feels more like an action film. People aren't ready for that yet. And I think these kind of movies would have been better served now.
Interesting.
Because they would have been served either 5 years before that or now.
Word. That year we got Book of Eli.
So,
we got Inception.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Iron Man 2. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of good stuff that same year.
definitely. Toy Story 3. Oof.
Ooh. Wow. Okay, yeah. I can understand
18
why.
probably got buried under the Toy Story 3 shit.
And then Losers, it's like, okay, the name doesn't help. You call the Losers. And
it's just like coming out in the spring, and Iron Man 2 is right around the corner.
And it's so funny because like people forget that's another Chris Evans comic book movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's before he joined this Cap.
Yep.
Or maybe it was the same year as Cap.
No, he Captain America 1.
Captain America 1 had to be 2000. Oh, no, that was 11, right?
Yeah.
But he was probably already...
He already cast. You know, he's played 4 comic book characters.
Including one from The Losers.
Yep.
And people don't know that one.
Yep. We have The Losers, Cap, Human Torch, and Scott Pilgrim. Oh, wait, 5. Because technically, what's the name? Snowpiercer is a comic.
Yeah.
Or graphic novel. So 5 characters. Look at that. What other movies do we have?
I'm sorry, I just got fascinated by the weekend that A-Team was coming out. It's A-Team and the Karate Kid. That's really interesting. They got buried in the Karate Kid. All right, anyways, moving on. Ants in a Bug's Life.
Oh, Ants in a Bug's Life. Oh my goodness, that was terrible for ants. Because the bugs that just destroyed it. Just completely. And that was even before Pixar was really Pixar.
Right.
So it wasn't like they were coasting on the name Pixar. It was like things. A Bug's Life was too. Wasn't it Woody? I mean, not Bugs Life, Ants. Wasn't it Woody Allen?
Was it Woody Allen?
The main voice actor.
Let's look up
Ants with a Z.
This film. Ants with a Z.
Well, wasn't the main character called Z?
Yes.
Oh, now I get it.
Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, Sylvester Stallone was like the big guy. I remember him.
Yeah, Woody Allen was in this.
Yeah.
It was written by the Weitz brothers, Paul Weitz and Chris Weitz.
And that's the thing. The problem was it was trying to be because it was very existential.
Right.
At the time, the storyline, because you know how Woody Allen gets.
Right.
And it was the character in the story was very Woody Allen, but the marketing marketed it as a straight kids film, and I don't think it was.
Yeah, I think it was more adult than A Bug's Life was.
It was more,
so it was different.
But it couldn't decide what it wanted to be because the story was very kids. It was this like crazy. I can't remember what the story was, but there was some fun adventure moments to it. But the character beats were very adult.
Yeah,
and I felt like that's the kind of story that needs to be like an adult story. It shouldn't be something that balances the line. And you get Bug's Life, which is just a fun movie.
Nah, I think A Bug's Life though had its moments, like when Kevin Spacey's character was showing.
Oh no, that's the thing.
That it would take it there. It was just beautiful to look at too. That's just what it was.
That's the thing. A Bug's Life, like all Pixar movies, have adult themes that it plays with,
and it was just beautiful to look at.
Yes, and it's obviously very. I mean, it's Pixar. They're gonna make beautiful
like,
stuff.
Ants was shot a little bit more gritty. The animation was a little bit more.
That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. It tries to be this adult thing, but it's marketed as a kids thing. But it plays. It's more existential than it needs to be. And whereas Bug's Life was just Bug's Life. I love that movie.
It was only the third feature-length computer animated film after Toy Story and Cassiopeia, whatever that is, ever made. DreamWorks' first animated movie ever was this one.
Ants?
Yeah. The film's production resulted in a controversial public feud between DreamWorks co-founder Jeffrey Katzenberg, Steve Jobs, and John Lasseter of Pixar concerning the parallel productions of this film and A Bug's Life. This only worsened when Disney refused to avoid competition with Disney's first intended animated release, The Prince of Egypt, in '98.
Shit. So it was beef between this one.
Damn, I had never known that they were beefing. That's crazy. Katzenberg versus Jobs and John Lasseter.
Well, we know who won that fight.
Damn. Although it did do pretty well. Ants did pretty well.
Ants did pretty well. I think Ants still got a bit of recognition. It didn't get lost. I think you can't, at this point, you can't have the conversation of A Bug's Life without mentioning Ants. Yeah. It's always brought up in the same conversation. It's not completely ignored. So it got maybe it got more attention than it would have, actually, because again, it wasn't, at the time, DreamWorks was not really known for animation like that.
It's true. It was their first one. But it is kind of weird that they released like a month apart from each other.
Yeah.
I think that was too soon. And I think that's what other studios are learning now, how to space their shit out.
All right, what else do we have?
The Prestige and The Illusionist, both 2006.
And both do magic.
Yeah.
One was Christopher Nolan. And
I forgot who did The Illusionist.
And the other, wasn't it?
Edward Norton.
Yeah, Ed Norton. Who directed that one?
I'll tell you right now. The Illusionist.
I don't remember The Illusionist at all. Like, I saw it.
Oh, Neil Berger.
All I see is the poster with Edward Norton in the front.
Mm-hmm.
When I see my mind's eye. But I don't remember the movie, the plot.
No,
because The Prestige is just so good.
Where The Prestige is fucking amazing.
It's just such a great movie. Like,
how do you pull? It's just amazing. I think that was the first time that people realized that Nolan was a machine. Because that was the first time he released a side movie in between projects.
Yeah,
in between the Batman movies.
Yeah. And he showed that he doesn't just get lost. He reminded you that I'm not only going to do Batman movies.
Yeah,
I'm going to do other things and continue to explore other places and other avenues that you wouldn't expect me to explore.
Yeah, he really went on to like just to establish that line very early as he was starting out.
And what I love about The Prestige, this movie that like I've studied and watched, and I watched it recently because my wife hadn't watched it like about 5 months ago at this point.
Yeah.
And it's a movie where it's about magic, but the movie itself is a magic trick to the audience.
Mm-hmm.
Because
you're like believing things that don't exist
and magic
or do exist.
I think magic works on a 3-act structure.
Yeah,
just like film, or at least modern film, work on a 3-act structure. And so Nolan really structures the film as the 3-act structure of a magic act, and I love it. It's so beautifully done, and I'm trying not to spoil it here because I feel like some people who haven't seen that film, and it's a beautiful movie, and it's a movie that even if
Jonathan Nolan,
yes,
also wrote the screenplay for that.
He wrote at that point. It was
screenplay by both of them.
And it's one of those films where it's the more you watch it, the more it's revealed. That's when Nolan really showcased that side of himself, where he made films that just had rewatchable quality. Where you just keep watching it, like, oh shit, I didn't notice that. Yeah, because we're watching it one time, you focused on one aspect until you know the reveal, and so you watch it again. Great cast, and Christian Bale.
He worked with the same team from Batman Begins on it.
Oh, nice.
Same editor, same cinematographer, and obviously Christian Bale and Michael Caine were both in Batman Begins.
That's the closest we'll ever see to Wolverine versus Batman with Hugh Jackman.
Yeah. In there. For real, yeah. They both play them. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah. I love the story, man.
The Prestige is fucking great.
Very
underrated movie. If you love Christopher Nolan but haven't seen it, check that out.
Definitely. What else we got?
Jobs and Steve Jobs. I didn't even see the Ashton Kutcher version.
I did not see that.
I only saw the Michael Fassbender.
Either version.
Wow.
Of those, but yeah,
that's crazy.
Those are 2 movies that came around the same time. I think one of them was based on the book that Steve Jobs had commissioned on his life.
No, I think it was
I don't know.
Oh yeah, the official. No,
which was the Sony one?
Sony one was Steve Jobs.
Which one was that? Ashton Kutcher or?
No, that was the Michael Fassbender.
Okay, that's the one.
Yeah, that was the one with the official biography. Yeah. And then Jobs,
I think Ashton Kutcher looked more like him.
Yeah, and Jobs. Well, yeah, the Ashton Kutcher version was actually more about his early days. I think.
I never saw the movie. How were both movies received in terms of general public and or critics?
Well, I know Steve Jobs was fresh. I think it has like a 68% or something.
Wasn't that Danny Boyle?
Yeah, it was Danny Boyle. Danny Boyle's movie. Steve Jobs movie. Leo DiCaprio was supposed to play him. Oh, 86% on Rotten Tomatoes. Not bad.
No, I think Leo would have been too distracting.
What about Christian Bale? He's another one.
Bale could have done it.
Yeah.
I think Bale could have done it.
Ashton Kutcher, Steve Jobs has a 28% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oof.
So we know which one is not the good one. I mean, again, the Steve Jobs one with Michael Fassbender was written by Aaron Sorkin. That's another thing.
Oh, true.
So it has a Sorkin script. Yeah, it's pretty good.
What else do we have?
We have No Strings Attached and Friends with Benefits.
Friends with Benefits, that was the one. Oh, we got 2 Ashton Kutcher ones. Wasn't that Ashton Kutcher was the
No
Strings Attached, right?
Yeah, Ashton Kutcher was in No Strings Attached. Yeah.
He was with, what's his name?
Natalie Portman.
And then his girlfriend is in the other film.
And then his girlfriend was in the other film.
with Justin Timberlake?
Yeah, exactly.
Are they still together now?
Nah.
Ashton Kutcher.
Oh, no, yeah, they are still together.
Yeah, they're together. Yeah. That's more recent.
But I don't think they were going out at the time, though. I think they were still, like,
not at the time.
People.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think it's hilarious that...
now looking back on it in hindsight, it's like, damn, 7 years ago, you guys didn't know this, but...
we both did similar movies about wanting friends with benefits.
Word. And then Justin Timberlake.
I'm sure No Strings Attached, they got pissed when they realized they couldn't use the name Friends with
Benefits, yeah. Because it was already registered by Sony or patented by Sony.
I think I can't remember which one I saw. I think I might have seen one of them.
I saw both of them. Yeah. No Strings Attached is like serviceable, but Friends with Benefits is like the real funny one. Yeah. Because that's Will Gluck. That's the guy who did Easy A.
Oh, yeah, true.
He's really funny. And it was rated R. No Strings Attached is rated PG-13.
Wow. Well, why would you do a movie like that?
I know, right? It fucking sucks.
It's stupid.
So, like, the rated R one obviously is going to be better because they're not afraid to take it there.
But the concept of the concept is an R-rated concept. It's not.
Yeah.
Like.
No, wait. I think No Strings Attached is rated R, but I guess it didn't feel R.
Oh.
So maybe that could have been
They
it too.
didn't take advantage of it, the rating.
Yeah, they didn't really take advantage of it. It was just like, this could have been like any other PG-13
True.
And I don't know, I just kind of didn't feel like they had chemistry either, but that could have been something else. Anyways, White House Down and Olympus Has Fallen.
So that's a good example of another example of two contrasting quality of films, where I thought both would suck.
Were fun.
I thought both would suck.
Wow.
No.
You didn't think Olympus Has Fallen was going to be good? I kind of expected it because just Anton Fuqua, you know?
Because see, for me, ironically, it looked like it was just going to try and emulate Die Hard in the White House.
Yeah.
Which ironically it was, but then it was good. It was actually a good. No, which one was good? No, which one was the one with Gerard Butler?
That was Olympus Has Fallen.
Yes, that one. I'm saying
White House Down was Die Hard in the White House.
No, they were both Die Hard in the White House.
Yeah.
It's just that one did a good job of that, one did a blah job of that, so whatever job. I think Gerard Butler one was fun. I think that was a good one. The sequel was alright. It was fine. London Has Fallen.
Yeah, but that was a different director at that point. It's like we're just doing a cash grab.
That's
I thought White House Down wasn't that bad though. I would actually put it in like Roland Emmerich's better films.
Yeah, what was that saying?
You know, because he's not really.
Carlos has a tendency to kind of like, if something has a low standards, he bases it on their own low standards.
Of course. So if it's better than the low standard that I put forth for this film, then we're gonna actually commend it.
I know this director makes shitty movies, but it's the best shit he's ever made.
Nah, it's not. It's the best shit he's ever made. That's not exactly what I'm saying. No. Like, if it's the most entertaining shit that he's ever made, most entertaining shit that he's ever made.
Carlos legit said to me, "Oh, this movie was good. It wasn't the worst film I've seen all year."
That is literally true. No, that is literally true. Yeah, you gotta have a base for entertainment, Dave. I mean, damn. Sometimes if the movies entertain you, not all of them have to be so fucking.
I'm just saying, like, if the best they can do is better than the worst.
All I'm saying is, like, if we've been tricked before into watching terrible films, and now like we're expecting shit, and it turns out to be way better, then you gotta admire it. Fuck it. But I thought White House Down was okay. But Olympus Has Fallen is obviously the better film. I mean, I don't think anybody expected that to be that good. Paul Blart, Mall Cop, and Observe and Report. Observe and Report is the real R-rated version of what happens in malls. Yes. When men in fucking coats just want to start streaking through the mall.
The problem with Observe and Report, I mean, Paul Blart was always going to be trash. That was always going to be trash.
Yeah, but that was a fucking... That was a franchise, bro.
Yes, I know, right? Are you kidding me?
That shit became a franchise.
Are you kidding? I think the Midwest or somewhere loved that movie. Because that movie was so
That was so bad.
But the Observe and Report had a lot of potential, but then it got too real.
Yeah, but that's what I love about it.
Yeah, but it was just too jarring for me.
It's weird and funny, but then it gets fucking real.
It gets too real for what it starts off being, and I think there was I think at the time,
I think it's low key a classic when we.
I think Rogan was like, there was experimenting because I think they got better.
No, that wasn't him though. He was just in it because he's a friend to Danny McBride and Jody Hill. Jody Hill, the guy who actually writes or does films with Danny McBride, he created Eastbound and Down as well. Like when he writes, the Fist Foot Way or whatever that movie was, he wrote and directed that as well.
I think Observe and Report would have been better than Danny McBride as the lead.
Damn.
Because I think Seth Rogen can't balance that going from comedy to doing real
drama.
I think Danny McBride has a better hang on that. I think that's what.
Okay, but even then, the film is still a classic, especially because Michael Pena debuted such a different side to his acting. Because up until this point, he was really going the serious route, and this kind of opened the avenue of him of like, he's a versatile actor. He can kill the comedy. Like, this is honestly what's led him into Ant-Man. I would almost say Observe and Report is a comedic, like, audition for Ant-Man. He kills it. Observe and Report. He plays the cop. He's really the side mall cop who's like, he turns out to be a friend, but then in the end, he's just a jerk.
What's my tomatoes for this? 50%? That audience score 36?
Yeah, it should have split down the middle. There are people that think that it's a classic, and then there's other people that think that it's just, like, stupid. Yeah. But the people that think that are stupid... Nah, you can't think it's stupid, bro. Shark Tale and Finding Nemo.
Another example of Pixar.
I actually like Shark Tale.
Shark Tale is a racist movie. It's a racist cliche stereotype movie.
Yo, it's crazy because now it just feels like
It's so racist.
Because Finding Nemo came out in 2003 and Shrek Tale came out in 2004. So what if DreamWorks just like, oh yeah, we'll do a fish movie? Yeah, fuck you, because we already had this fight over Bugs Life and ants.
Shark Tale, it literally felt like a straight to DVD version of Finding Nemo.
Whoa, I'm not realizing that there's real beef between Pixar and Disney and DreamWorks.
And the thing is, but that's DreamWorks shooting themselves in the foot because Disney was like, oh, I guess you're gonna make shitty movies. Then you're gonna show us.
I mean, then they did Shrek Into Gold with Shrek and How to Train Your Dragon though,
and then ruin it.
Nah, they didn't ruin
Shrek.
The How to Train Your Dragon they're keeping. That's their past possession
For now.
Nah, 3 is gonna be fire. We all know this.
I know. I'm just saying until they do 5, 6, and 7.
No, they're not gonna do that. It ends at 3. The final chapter ends.
That's what they tell
There's
you.
gonna be a TV show. It's over.
There is a TV show.
I mean, more. Whatever.
This is the end of Hiccup story. They're gonna
Not
do
yet.
the following adventures.
But at least it's gonna be an artistic Hiccup story. I mean, I do think the trailer's a little bad though. Like now they're getting corny. But whatever.
No, I mean, of course it's gonna be amazing. But no, I think Shark's Tale. Like seriously, there's articles about it. How racist that film is. Like that film is so stereotypical. I don't know what.
So how racist? So
every character is a racial stereotype. Every character, like you have a black fish who has like Rasta dreads. You have the monster fish who are like Italian, monsters. Like in fact, let me look at an article.
No. We don't got time.
I got lots of time. Shark Tale. See, look, I just wrote Shark Tale. The first thing that comes out is stereotypes. There's the first word that comes out.
Wow, there's probably a dictionary on the fucking on the characters of this.
There's an article. Remember?
Like, black guy.
Remember how racist the movie was?
I think it still did well though. Let's look it up. Shark Tale. Damn, 35% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, the movie was trash. And especially at the time too, after we've just seen Finding Nemo, and this is a year after, the animation was ugly.
Hans Zimmer did the music.
Yeah.
Why would he sign on to that?
And the
$367.3 million on a $75 budget, bro.
Yeah,
the second highest opening for a DreamWorks animation film at the time.
I mean,
behind Shrek
it was
2.
riding the wave of
Shrek
Nemo and Shrek 2.
Nominated for Academy Award for Best Animated Feature.
But that's because how many came
Academy Award nominated, bro.
Yeah, because what was it up against? Because that was also the time. You have to remember that things get nominated because it's just not enough. That's how fucking Boss Baby gets.
All right, hold on, wait. What year was this?
So it's like there's not that many.
The Incredibles, Shrek 2. That's it?
Yeah, exactly.
Finding Nemo, The Incredibles. That's 2 years back to back. And then they made Ratatouille and WALL-E 2 years back to back. And then Up. And then Toy Story 3. Yeah, they just went like a year.
DreamWorks showed them.
DreamWorks, Shark Tale.
Shark Tale. Okay.
Wallace and Gromit, that was DreamWorks too. But that was with Aardman Animations. That was a collaboration.
Because Aardman did
that was great.
Alright, what else we have?
Alright, Happy Feet and Surf's Up, since we're on the animated too.
Happy Feet and Surf's Up. Happy Feet videos done by George Miller, who would do
Mad Max Fury Road.
He did Mad Max and Fury
First
Road.
of all, yeah, exactly. He did the Mad Max before that. Like, how the fuck did he even take...
Happy Feet.
Yeah, like, he just went into mystical animated land. And
Happy
then...
Feet was not what I expected it to be. I remember watching it.
I didn't like it either.
And then this ending, and I was like, it was about environmental stuff.
Yeah, I didn't like it, though. It was kind of weird. And then he was going to do Justice League.
Yeah. The Surf's Up, Shia LaBeouf. That was him.
Yeah, that was okay.
Surfing.
Regular shit. Shia LaBeouf was riding a wave at the time.
Yeah, literally. Surf's Up.
What about, I don't know if this counts, but Jungle Book and Mowgli?
Mowgli doesn't come out yet.
Yeah, so but still, they were made at the same time. One just got delayed because clearly the Jungle Book was coming out. No, seriously, because that shit was supposed to come out a while ago. And they delayed it indefinitely. They were like, damn it.
What's the name doesn't count. It never came out. Audiences aren't being confused.
True.
We know about it.
Yeah, word. Mirror, Mirror, Snow White and the Huntsman. Same year.
Huntsman got all the attention.
Yeah.
Mirror, Mirror.
There's a better one, yeah.
Underappreciated. Tarsem Singh.
Yeah, I think Tarsem Singh is dope.
Very underappreciated movie because it looked... I don't think it
looked like very colorful in Disney, and people wanted to see the Dark Knight Snow White.
Yep, and the Dark Snow White was terrible.
Yeah.
With Chris Hemsworth. So bad. Can't believe he did 2 of those. Even the other chick needs to drop out. At least she knew. But wasn't she kicked off because she had an affair?
No, yeah, she had an affair with the director, and that overtook the whole buzz for the movie.
Yeah,
because the director was married.
No, Mirror Mirror was good. I like Mirror.
Yeah, Mirror Mirror.
It's like a fun fantasy fairy tale film. Like it embraces its fairy tale nature. I like.
Yeah, I want to see more
production.
Tarzan sing. Like, where is he now?
He did a TV show that Raven and I really liked. He did a TV version of the new rendition of Wizard of Oz.
Oh,
It
word.
was NBC like an adult production.
Oh shit.
Reimagined.
I'm gonna have to check that
That was
out.
really good. What was it called?
Probably on a Netflix Fire Stick.
Shit, I forgot what it was called now.
I'm gonna look it up. Tarzan sing.
It was like Wizard of Oz storyline.
Emerald City.
Yeah, Emerald City. Yeah, it was really good. It was an R-rated TV series based on.
Oh shit. He directed Selfless.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, but
I never saw that.
wasn't that trash?
Yeah, that was trash. It looked
Yeah,
trash.
negative 19%.
Okay.
Ouch. I didn't give it a 5 out of 10.
I mean, toss him. He's got good visual aesthetics, but he's always hit or miss.
Yeah, but Immortals was fire,
Yeah, but
and then Mirror Mirror was good.
well, Immortals was also had mixed reception. Though.
Yeah, but I loved Immortals,
It's one
and
of
I heard The Fall is good
one of
too.
a few Henry Cavill movies that I actually like.
Yeah, he actually killed that. I like that.
What
Cop Out and the other guys,
Oh, I remember Cop Out. Wasn't that one?
Bruce Willis and Tracy Morgan,
The production of that one. I had
Kevin
stuff.
Smith.
And then Kevin Smith and Bruce Willis have fights and stuff.
Oh yeah, some
behind
shit
the
like
scenes
that.
in that movie. And then like Bruce Willis is acting like a diva.
Yeah,
That movie was so bad.
yeah. Kevin
But the
Smith's
other
first
guys-
Steven movie, but the other guys,
Oh my goodness!
that's a classic, comedy classic.
I'll tell you one of the few Mark Wahlberg movies I will say is fantastic.
It's a classic.
Classic movie, great movie. I haven't seen it. Mark Wahlberg and what's his name? Will Ferrell. But the reason why it's good is because the director, what's his name?
Adam McKay.
Adam McKay. Adam McKay is the reason why that movie goes from being a good movie. Like Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg make it a good movie. Adam McKay makes it a fantastic movie.
Yeah, he like
His
and
touch.
he co-wrote also. He's
He's the reason why I feel like Will Ferrell has good movies.
yeah.
'cause
But
of
the
Adam
thing is,
McKay.
you know, eventually I feel like maybe he felt like he exhausted himself on the comedy part.
Was that
'Cause
his
he was
last
just
comedy?
giving classics.
Was that the last
It
one?
could have been because it had a serious touch to it.
Yeah.
It had that financial touch, and that and it led right into
Yeah.
The Big Short.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
his last like comedy.
That's
Wow.
his last comedy.
Damn it, McKay. I know you give us other good movies. but
No. He gave us Anchorman too. So that was trash.
We don't talk about Anchorman too.
Yeah.
We don't talk about. I don't know what he was
Maybe
doing.
that was what discouraged him, and he was just like, you know what, I'll make
Did
serious
you write?
films
Did you
for a
write
while.
that?
Anchorman 2, yeah. He co-wrote that with Will
What
Ferrell.
the hell was he
But
thinking?
it was Will Ferrell, bro. What the hell was he thinking?
how did-
is that everybody was asking for Anchorman 2, and Paramount finally gave him the green light to do it, and they just decided to write whatever.
He put
happened.
his foot down and said no.
Now the
it's
first
not ready.
hour is hilarious, but it just goes into maybe it should have just been an hour and 30,
No.
and it's still it was definitely better than Zoolander 2,
100% better than Zoolander 2.
but you know, it did get exhausting after a
100%,
while
yes,
though.
it did, yes. What other movies do we have?
Adam McKay. All right. Creed and Southpaw.
In the Southpaw. How far apart were those?
I think they were like 6 months apart, 5 months apart.
I thought Southpaw.
Let me see. 1, 2, 3. No, 4 months apart. Sorry.
I think Creed obviously became.
I loved.
success.
I actually liked Southpaw a lot.
I didn't love it. I thought it was fine.
I thought it was dope. I thought it was solid. We don't get a lot of solid boxing movies like that.
I feel like Southpaw.
They come few and far in between. I feel like we got 2 in a great year.
I feel like for a genre, because
Or
like
2 great
boxing,
ones in 1 year.
out of many sports, boxing is one of the sports that like filmmakers just love to flock to, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like Southpaw just felt like another boxing movie in a list of boxing movies.
Nah, I like it.
And I feel like it wasn't
It had more of a personal motivation.
like there's nothing about Southpaw for me that stands out from another boxing movie.
Nah, this was really well made. I just feel like the quality of it is just higher than others. I feel like the quality of that film is higher than others. From the way that it's directed to just like how
Like,
entertaining
like
it is.
It wants to be Raging Bull,
But
it
it's
wants to
not-
be Rocky.
it's
It
I
wants
guess it's a mix of everything. I mean, it is like an original thing anyway. So
I feel like-
yeah, if it's a mix of everything, but it's the best part of those things. It's not like
I
it's a
feel like-
terrible film.
No, it's not. It's
It's
not
entertaining.
No,
Like
it's definitely not a terrible film.
it's recommendable to watch if you're like
Oh, no, it's
bored
definitely not a
or you
terrible
want to
film.
see a good boxing movie.
I mean, that's why I say it just feels like it's on the list of just boxing films. For me, it doesn't stand out on its own because I think the biggest part is because there's so many boxing films.
Yeah.
And when there's so many boxing films, you have to work harder to stand out as opposed to if you did another genre. That's why something like
Creed, obviously,
Creed obviously
because it
stands
comes
out
out the same year.
and Creed is reinventing the franchise, so to speak. And then you have stuff like The
Warrior.
Fighter and Warrior, which Warrior's looking at mixed martial arts, so it's taking a different perspective, but you're taking a boxer who had to learn, wasn't that part of the story, right? One of the brothers was boxers.
Yeah, both of them were boxers.
Yeah, and then they got into mixed martial arts.
No, wait. No.
Warrior.
For Warrior.
Yeah,
No, they were. I think they were both always trained as mixed martial arts.
And then you had the fighter, which is focusing. You realize focuses more on the main person was really what's his name, Christian Bale's character.
Yeah.
Really, and so like they're doing something different. And I think when you do with boxing, because again, filmmakers love boxing for some reason. They love boxing. I feel like if you did a list of boxing movies, you could do a whole podcast of boxing movies.
Yeah, but not all of them would be like enjoyable, recommendable.
But I think the top list of sports movies, like sports in general, most of them are going to be boxing films. Because you got Ali, you got Raging Bull, you've got the Rocky movies. Like, how many bad
sports movies?
No, I'm saying how many bad boxing movies do you know? In terms of known but bad. Like, this is some super obscure film.
Yeah, word.
I think boxing is, for some reason, filmmakers, I guess the intimacy of it, I don't know. They like boxing. I'm surprised actually we haven't had more twin boxing movies. Surprisingly enough.
Yeah, word. And that was like the first year we actually got them because there's always a drought on fucking boxing movies and fighting movies.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. This is the end.
Steel. There's
shit.
another boxing movie.
Oh yeah, word. I don't think that was the same year though. That was like
I'm
before.
just saying, like, if we did the podcast on boxing movies.
Nah, we would have to do a podcast on just Real Steel, first of all.
Right.
We might have to do that. Rough Night and Girls Trip.
Okay, yeah, no, it's true. I would say you wouldn't mistake them, but they are similar movies. Yeah. And we all know which one's the better one. Girls Trip was so much better than Rough Night.
I didn't see Rough Night.
I saw Rough Night. Rough Night couldn't decide what it wanted to be. Because there's one movie, and then the guy gets killed. And because other movie, and then you're like, how are they going to get out of this corner? Because the way
they just killed somebody.
The way they kill someone is like, okay, how are you going to get out of this corner in the end? Because at the end of the day, you murdered someone. You know.
But she's white, probably, so that's how it goes down. So she gets away with murder.
It wasn't. I can't remember. Was Rough Night R-rated? I don't think it was.
I think it was. It definitely might have been. I definitely remember both of them being R-rated.
I mean, yeah, Girls Trip was R-rated. But I can't remember Rough Night. Either way, it wasn't good. Terrible. Next.
Damn, that
Girls Trip was great. They did Girls Trip too.
Word. Hopefully that one's creatively done as well.
Yes.
We did The Fighter and the Warrior. Yes. Well, no, we did Korean Southpaw, then we did The Fighter and the Warrior.
Kind of just mentioned.
But Warrior was way better.
Warrior was a better movie. Fighter had good performances.
Yeah.
The Warrior was a better movie.
Warrior should have been the Oscar nominated.
Yes.
Piece. That movie is incredible. Everybody go see it.
The Christian Bale did good performance.
No, yeah, he killed that.
But
he got skinny and killed it. Yeah. As usual. Dunkirk versus The Darkest Hour versus Churchill.
I mean, I think Churchill and Darkest Hour are obviously
twin movies. Yeah,
but Dunkirk is more like
a different perspective.
Yeah, different perspective on the same story.
Same year, though.
Or continuation of the story.
Yeah,
a different angle. But yeah, I feel like no one really saw Churchill, at least in America. Churchill's very bigger in England. Because obviously Winston Churchill's a huge British character and a figurehead. And Churchill didn't have as much big push here, I felt. I think because Darkest Hour had like Gary Oldman as the lead and different look and all that kind of stuff. So that had a bigger push for it, the Oscar push for his performance. So that's an example of one just completely engulfing the other. And then kind of Dunkirk was just like, yeah, for anyone that watched both.
Word. This is different. It's like Lincoln and Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Yeah, because we never actually see
different perspectives.
We never actually see Winston Churchill in Dunkirk. You may hear his voice, but don't see him.
Yeah. Next,
but Churchill was good. I mean, not Churchill. I never saw Churchill. But
Darkest Hour.
Darkest Hour was good.
That's Joe Wright, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he's good. I'm gonna have to check that one out too. This is the end and the world's end. Are we good?
Yeah, we're good. This is the end of the world's end. I mean, the comedy teams are almost like the different versions of each other.
Yeah.
You know, like Simon Pegg and his team, and then Seth Rogen and their team. It's almost like...
Yo, but This is the End was really fucking hilarious, though.
But they're both hilarious.
Seth Rogen, I think that was his directorial debut, I believe.
I feel like...
Interesting.
Just because of the touch of the directing of, what's his name?
Edgar Wright.
I think it pushes the world's end for me just that much. Because it's the end of it. It was the final of his trilogy.
Yeah, it was the final of the Cornetto
trilogy.
Yeah.
And just like he's editing his beats.
Yeah, he was just getting better at that point.
I think This Is the End had the fun of, because it had a lot of the celebrity comedians.
Yeah.
And so it was like there's no holds barred, anyone can die. That's what made that fun. Because they were playing like almost like their real life selves.
Yeah, exactly. This show's funny. I would say it's probably the better of the short film adapted into feature length type deals. Because it was a short film originally.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, I don't know what else you want to talk about. Everything else is kind of Deep Impact and Armageddon, Dante's Peak and Volcano.
Deep Impact and Armageddon. I remember Deep Impact with Morgan Freeman. And Armageddon, obviously.
With Bruce Willis and Ben Affleck. Yeah. wasn't that Michael Bay?
Yes.
Yo,
was
Michael Bay.
Ben Affleck.
Yo, Michael Bay would make that. Now that I think about Age of Extinction. Is it Age of Extinction? No.
There was a scene.
The scene with the daughter and that corny music is playing in the background.
Oh yeah.
Is that Age of Extinction?
Age of Extinction.
Yo.
It is.
That makes total sense now after thinking about the Armageddon scene.
Apparently,
wow.
Ben Affleck in one of the scenes, because you know how the story is, they trained a bunch of people who oil drill workers to go to space to drill into the asteroid.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck famously asked Michael Bay, why train oil rig workers to work on the spaceship? Why not train astronauts how to use the oil rig machines? And Michael Bay was like, no. Forget it. It would make more sense to train the astronauts to use the drilling machines. Why would you train these guys to go up to space? That makes no sense.
Yeah, even then, Ben Affleck was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna be like Michael Bay when I direct."
And Deep Impact had a really sad ending. I remember one of the endings was
that's so funny.
The asteroid actually hits, and then you get Tidal Wave, and it ends with one main character hugging her dad and get killed.
Yeah, that shit is crazy.
Spoiler alert for a blonde movie.
Directed by Mimi Leader. She used to be a female director that made a lot of really cool thrillers in the 90s.
So, yeah.
I wonder what happened. The Peacemaker, Deep Impact,
Oh my goodness.
Pay It Forward,
The Peacemaker, wasn't that with
Nicole Kidman and George Clooney?
George Clooney. That movie was so bad. I thought it would be good. All right, what else we got? What else did you just mention?
I mentioned Dante's Peak and Volcano.
You know, I used to like Dante's Peak, and then I realized it's shit.
That's how we feel about a lot of the films that were made in the 90s.
Yeah, I used to actually like that. I think it's because at that time I used to think Pierce Brosnan was an awesome James Bond. So
anything he's in is fucking awesome. Fuck it.
Good.
And makes any movie great.
And I remember Volcano with I didn't watch it. I remember the trailers with
Tommy Lee Jones.
And wasn't an earthquake in the middle of the city.
Yeah, something like
middle of downtown LA or something.
Nah, not downtown LA. I think it was like a small town or some shit.
I'm telling you.
It was a volcano in a small town.
I'm telling you now, it was in the major city.
Nah, it's a volcano in a small town, bro. It had to be.
Volcano.
This isn't a Michael Bay, Roland Emmerich movie.
When a massive earthquake rocks the city of Los Angeles.
Yo, that's so funny.
You know, this is San Andreas before. I told you.
Yo, just you saying the synopsis is hilarious. When a massive volcano rocks the city of Los Angeles. Wow.
Geologist Amy Barnes warns that a volcano may be forming in the sewer tunnels.
This is such a 90s movie. Yo,
the sewer tunnels.
The sewer tunnels of LA
had a
massive volcano.
Yeah, look at the poster. You see the poster even has the city erupting.
I thought that was a small town.
Nope, it was LA. I knew it was a big city.
Yo, that's so stupid. Oh my god.
You know, we should watch this movie just to laugh.
Just to laugh, yeah.
Just to laugh.
That's pretty funny.
This is ironically pretty good.
Yeah.
What else do we have?
After Earth and Oblivion? No.
I mean, there's similar visual movies.
Zero Dark 30 and SEAL Team 6.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Catherine Bigelow. I think that's one of her most underrated movies, actually.
Which one was SEAL Team 6 again?
SEAL Team 6 was like the Lifetime version, but it came before.
I don't think I saw that one. I saw
it was like a giant premiere. Everybody saw it. But I think Zero Dark 30 was fire.
Yeah, that was good.
That was really good.
I never saw SEAL Team 6.
The Cave and the Descent. No, yes. I didn't see The Cave. Saw The Descent. The Descent was great.
Descent is great. The Cave is but The Descent is great. I think some people might mix the two up because they're very similar. Women going into a cave and again lost this horror.
Yeah. Descent was better though, for sure.
Much better. Did they do a sequel?
What?
The Descent wasn't that a sequel?
No, it wasn't a sequel. They made a sequel to it, but that was the Descent original was the original.
No, I'm saying
the director didn't do the second one.
Okay, it was one of those
like direct to DVD type situations. Yeah. United 93 and Flight 93.
Yep.
United 93 was dope. That's the better one. And yeah, other ones are kind of whack. Striptease and Showgirls. Chasing Liberty, First Daughter is the first president's daughter kind of.
Never heard of those movies.
They are like romantic comedies. One was like Mandy Moore, the other one was Katie Holmes. Yeah, you said Upgrade and Venom were similar, right?
They are. They're both movies about characters who look exactly like each
Tom
other. The actors look like each other.
Yeah, I can't with you.
And then
you're on another level
they
right
both
now.
have to act like these other outside forces physically controlling their body. And they get superhuman abilities.
Well, everybody just go see the better film, which is Upgrade.
Upgrade is the better film. So I have issues with that film.
Yeah, you have issues with it, but it's still entertaining, and it's better than Venom.
Yes, if you hold a gun to my head and maybe we choose one, I would say Upgrade.
For real. Did I say After Earth and Oblivion?
Yes, you did.
Okay, so yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, well, that's kind of most of the list.
How many of these movies have you guys seen? Do you guys like them? Or do you agree with us with some of our opinions on some of these movies? The ones that we haven't seen, let us know your thoughts on how you think they are. info@thenerdybunch.com. Follow us on all our social media @thenerdybunch. But thank you, Carlos, for joining me as always.
Word up, Dave. Thank you.
Thank you guys for listening. This has been a Nerdy Bunch presentation of Rooftop Talk, where we have a casual discussion about various film topics. Thanks, guys, for listening. And as always, keep it nerdy. Peace.